Hey, what is up, YouTube? It's your girl Miranda here. We're back with another episode of Baldur's Gate 3. In this episode, we just kind of hang out in the city of Baldur's Gate. We have a long chat with the Emperor, and then we go have a laugh off with the local comedian. And oh boy, some of the worst jokes I've ever heard in my life. I hope you enjoyed the episode. If you do, leave me a like or a comment. And if you want to watch more of my Baldur's Gate 3 series, make sure you subscribe to the channel. Have a wonderful day. We'll catch you all next time. Bye. Oh, it's my dream visitor who so this is actually a huge spoiler for the game, by the way.
How did you? Oh, it's you.
I won't say who this person is.
I must have let
in
my
case you don't
mind
want to be spoiled,
wander.
but yes.
Enough for you to wander in.
This is one of two friendly mind players
I
in
am
the game
drained.
that we've met so far.
Ever since you killed Ketherick and took his netherstone, the Chosen's control of the brain has been brittle. Its rebellion against Orin and Gortash has been fierce, even as it executes their final orders. Once those orders are complete, there is a good chance it will break free.
You feel the Emperor's fear as if it were your own. An elder brain enslaved is one thing. An elder brain
You want to play through,
unleashed
but
will
likely
be
won't
the
be
end
for a
of
while. Yeah, no, that's
everything.
fair.
Beautiful, isn't it? The mighty Prince Orpheus, contained in submissive slumber.
I mean, I am planning on freeing him.
Come. You may as well sit a while, now that you are here. Your company isn't unwelcome.
You seem troubled.
An accurate summary. I have found myself distracted of late. I'm haunted by memories. They are relentless. I can think of nothing. No one else.
Who do you think of? You'd be troubled too if your brain is exposed to air. Yeah.
Duke Stelmane, or Belin, as I knew her. I wasn't ready for her death. You thought you were my first ally.
Oh.
Far from it.
All these air
I have
quality
long
ones.
sought the
Yeah.
allyship of others. It is
I
the
mean,
only way
I'm
to
in Canada.
succeed,
I'm right in the middle of it,
though
so.
my relationship with Belin was
Although
different
the air quality has been fine
from my
lately, but yeah,
relationship.
we did have a few days of orange skies here. How so?
In life, she was my business partner, back when we ran the Knights of the Shield. A difficult task for a mind flayer. Duke Stelmane trusted me, and the city trusted her. I conceived the plot, but Belin took center stage. It was she who met with the merchants, politicians, and patriarchs. It was she who negotiated deals and signed off on agreements. Her rooms played host to the most important conversations in the city. Together, we brought order to chaos. At its height, everything that happened in that city went through the shield. Through us. I could
On
not
the border
have
of
done
Canada and
any
the
of
US,
it
it was a period when it's hard to
without
see
her.
outside. Yeah, that's
Just
pretty much the
as I
whole,
cannot
like,
do
East
any of
Coast was
this
like that.
without you. But now, she is gone.
I'm sorry for your loss. I don't really want to hug the Emperor. I'm not going to get into spoilers, but Emperor didn't always look like this. And they used to look like another person who I would very much give a hug to. But this, when he's in the Humber, is... I'm sorry for your loss. Oh, okay, so... when you create your character, you create a second character who is your dream visitor or guardian, and the character that I'm playing is actually based on my favorite Pathfinder character, and I was like, oh, guardian, I'm gonna make her guardian her wife that's from Pathfinder. So I was like, I'm sure this will be fine. And as we progress through the game, I mean, she visits us in her dreams, and then we find out that it was actually this fellow the whole time, and that form that we saw was the form that he had before he got turned into a mind flayer. So it wasn't made up, it wasn't fake, but like that was his original form, was this, So now it's just like, if you still look like that, if you still look like her wife, I'd be like, yes, absolutely, I'll give you a hug. But now I'm just like, well, I don't know. I have very complicated feelings about this whole situation because, you know, the Emperor has been on our side this whole game. He has been helping us, he's been protecting us, and he's been very clear with his intentions. But I also don't really trust him because he kind of lied about what he really was. And also, like, even though this Mind Flayer isn't under the Elder Brain's control, like, he's still ambitious. You're still trying to figure out how the process of her wife turned into... Okay, so the way that, like, Mind Flayers reproduce is they infect humanoids with a tadpole. So this is actually, it's in the opening cinematic of the game. It's like this, like, little, like, eel thing that, like, burrows... It goes into your eyeball, and it burrows into your brain, and it kind of gestates in there, and then eventually... it's kind of like in the movie Alien, where, like, you just... A Mind Flayer will eventually burst out. And so that's basically what happens in this situation, is that person got infected with a Mind Flayer tadpole and became a Mind Flayer, but for plot reasons was not under the part of, like, the, like, Mind Flayer, like, collective consciousness under the control of the Elder Brain, and still was able to maintain its autonomy. So its backstory was, like, it, like, secretly was part of an organization, Baldur's Gate, and blah blah blah, and is very much tied into the plot of the game, which I won't go into, like, all the particulars of because there's a lot of it. But yeah, it still retains the memories of their old life, which is interesting because usually they don't. So in some ways they are still that person, but in other ways they are also a Mind Flayer. So it's like, I don't know. I'm sorry for your loss.
I appreciate your understanding. What I feel is deeper than superficial cures can reach, and not entirely unwelcome. Most people think that Mind Flayers are soulless husks who feel nothing. I am glad.
I mean, most of them
you
are
are not
but
most people.
the Emperor isn't. Clearly has thoughts of his own. Well, sure. You know what? I do have some sympathy for... It's... Man, this game. So, like, Mind Flayers are, like, one of the most evil creatures in all of D&D. And this game is, like, not one but two sympathetic Mind Flayers. Because there's the Emperor here, and there's another Mind Flayer that you meet in Act 2, who's also free of the Elder Brain's control, and actually does try to help you, and is also sympathetic. So, you know, kudos to them for that. But I will give the Emperor's hand a squeeze. Because even though you're a gross squid person, you still deserve love and compassion.
Another quake. The brain is rebelling again.
I mean, I may have to
I
kill you
need to
by the end of this
focus.
game because I don't think our goals
And
are
so
aligned.
do you.
Because I'm pretty sure the Emperor wants me to control the Elder Brain, but I want to destroy it. Gross squid people deserve equal opportunity for compassion murder, just like normal people. I mean, normally I would just be like, kill every single Mind Flayer, but this game has shown us that there are some Mind Flayers that aren't evil. So, I mean, the Emperor isn't evil, but I don't entirely trust their motives. Well-rounded, three-dimensional characters. Who would have thought? Karlak, my love. Please, let me romance you. Please.
Copper for your thoughts.
We even had a whole scene in the circus where I proved how much I know you and how much I listen to you and how much I know about you. How much I understand you, how much I love you. And you're still not letting me romance you. What's going on here? Strange beggar lumbar.
Brace
Okay.
yourself.
Whoa,
Time
geez.
to have a go. Give it your best shot.
This is
An air
clearly a
of decay
Zambo.
hangs over the stooped beggar's form.
Also, me express compassion in
The
ways that are more
smell of
meaningful.
rot.
Yeah,
The smell
yeah,
of
100%.
death.
Gold first. Then you can hit me.
I don't want to hit you. Maybe Karlak wants to hit you, but usually people pay me to not hit them.
Tried that once. They took the gold and hit me anyway. Better this way. I'll still leave with gold in my
I
pockets.
think your own experience is also aided quite a bit
So,
by the internet.
you having a
Kid
go
escaped from
or
Mormon
not?
church while he's still cycling in there. Yeah, no, that's rough. I lost a friend to the Mormons, so yeah, they came to his door one day and they just took him away. Well, not instantly, but yeah, they basically just came to his door and they took advantage of his vulnerability, and then he became a Mormon, and then became a completely different person, and we never really heard from him again. You have fun letting people hit you for money.
I wouldn't mind doing a little shopping in the city.
I would love to go shopping with you, Karlak.
I think I may have overdone it with the black and purple for, my entire life. Your look serves you well, though.
You can come too, Shadowheart. We'll have a little girls' day shopping. Okay. There's so many NPCs that most of them have nothing to say, so I don't know who to click on. Yeah, I want to have a little girls' day out shopping. Me and Karlak and Shadowheart. It'll be fun. Attention! Have you been hexed by a hag? Lost a loved one to a deal? You're not alone! Join other survivors of hag treachery at Baron's Coop. Or co-op, I don't know. Alone, we're vulnerable, but together we can stand up against hags. Yeah, they're like the new police. They're like basically RoboCops, except there's no Peter Weller inside.
Hey, smart stuff. I'm Willoughby, the comedian. And we got a little contest here called the Laugh Riot. You want to play along?
I'll bite. What's this laugh riot?
It's all about the boffo yonks.
The
we see
who
who
and
can
what
tell
now?
the funniest stories, and the winner gets the prize.
All right, you're on. It's got to be better than killing rats.
Great! I'll go first to show you how it's done, and then you can see if you can top me. Hello, Baldurians! You know,
Person has an odd.
I
Yeah, I
wouldn't be
agree.
here tonight, except my wife ran off with a cambium. That's right. I got fiend zoned. We used to have a drow comedian. I had to ask her to stop casting Tasha's hideous laughter on the audience. Then I asked her how many drow it takes to light a torch, and she said,
Oh boy,
none.
this guy's act
We have
is
dark vision.
rough. All right, performance check. Nope. Okay. Let's see. He looks like he's a posh Australian. Yeah, kind of. I see it. Say, what's the difference between a dwarf and a bullet? You can't toss the bullet.
Adequate, but no better.
You know why I hate vampires? They just suck.
I first heard that one when I was in short pants on the school playground.
Clap over by your spines. Our cleric tried to cast Healing Word on Ham, but it was already cured.
Pig jokes are never wrong. Well done.
A single person applauds from the back of the room.
One slow
Probably
clap.
out of pity.
Sorry, smart stuff. No joy for you, I'm afraid. But that sounds like job security for me.
Well, I'll stick to what I'm good at. Killing people from the shadows. Murder mystery.
Oh, bollocks! I told those idiots not to let anyone through. You. Name, rank, and reason for interrupting an active crime scene. For your sake, the last one better be bloody good.
Are you Devella? Valeria sent me.
To fetch her another bottle of mead, no doubt. Yes, I'm Devella, the unfortunate colleague. Unless you've got useful information, leave me to my work. Duke Stelmane's dead, and I've got to find who killed her.
I found a list of people being killed.
God, that's it. Proof that I was right. I've been working on an assignment, see? A research project of sorts. I knew my conclusions were sound, but this... I never expected this. I'll tell you what I know. A century ago, there was a man, Saravok Anchev.
That was the
He was
antagonist
a
of Baldur's
child of the
Gate
god
1.
of murder, Baal. He ruled the Iron Throne, a dark tower hiding a darker secret. It was the front for a deadly arms dealing network. There, Saravok amassed an army and sought to become a god. Under his stewardship, the Baal temple was revived, and with it, the Baal cult itself. Fortunately, the temple was destroyed, and to cleanse the city of Saravok's memory, the Iron Throne was torn from its foundations and cast into the Chionthar. For most, that was the end of it. But cults like that don't disappear overnight. That list you spoke of confirms I'm right. The Baal cult is back, and someone is out there, continuing Saravok's work.
You said Saravok led the cultists a century ago. He can't still be alive, can he?
Stranger things have come back to haunt this city. The brutality of the killings is on a par with Saravok's own. But there's something more here. Something new. There's a reference to these murders. A certain flair. It's as if they were done in worship.
They kind of were.
The precision of the cuts. The depth, the execution. The best butchers in Faerun couldn't make a cut like that. Trust me, I've asked them. I tried to explain all this to my superiors, but they wouldn't have any of it. They told me to drop it. Told me the city doesn't need another conspiracy theorist and to get back to doing my job before they find someone else to do it for me. But you're not bound by such constraints. Oh, help me out here. Help the city out. I bet if you follow the trail of these murders, you'll be able to unearth the truth of this resurgence.
Oh, that's the plan. Can't you help me?
Believe me, I wish I could, but I need this job.
What will you do in the meantime?
There are patriarchs on the murder target list. I'm oathbound to secure them first, so I'll be heading to the upper city next. While I'm there, the other potential victims will be at risk. Could you warn them?
Okay. I mean, the Flaming Fist should be protecting everyone, not just upper city folk, but... I mean, we know how cops be. They protect the rich.
Not from round here, are you? We're in Baldur's Gate. This is just how things work.
No, I'm aware of that's how things work, but don't confuse how things work with how things ought to work. I'll see what I can do.
Thank you.
Garlic
That's all I can
approves.
ask, and more than I hoped. Once I'm done with the Patriarchs, I'll head to Basilisk Gate to have another go at convincing my superiors to put some resources into this matter. Meet me there if you've anything more to report. And good luck.